Hi everyone, welcome to Divine Guidance with Patricia. As I put in my write-up for this show, I'm flying by the seat of my pants today. This is usually what Spirit asks me to do every once in a while, just have no topic, have no set precedence, just be and receive and share. And although it's exciting, it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but it is exciting as well. And, you know, when I was listening to my music before the show and my message that I guess it's been on every show, but today it kind of just honed in on me. And in the 2 years that I've been with Transformational Talk Radio, I don't think I've delved into what the whole being is. What the heck is that, Patricia? What are you talking about? And a lot of people have an idea of it, and even I had an idea of it, but delved into it a little bit deeper by wanting to know, who am I? What am I doing here? Am I more than just pretty face? That's the saying, isn't it? What am I? What am I connected to? What makes my heart sing? How do I define spirituality that I understand and live and breathe? And what is this whole being? So I think that's what Spirit wanted me to start with today. So thank you for that intro, Jacob. And these are the types of shows that Jacob and my followers seem to really, really like, because there's no set plan. It's totally authentic and raw. So let's take a look at what the whole being is. I can only share ever my take on it, my understanding of it, my knowing of it. For me, the whole being is, I mean, we're taught the senses, okay? Smelling, hearing, I'm probably going to get these wrong. Smelling, hearing, taste. What are the other ones? Help me out here, guys. Smelling, seeing, taste, hearing. I don't know. Anyways, the senses. We have those senses also in our etheric body, in our spiritual body. We have the senses that our spirit brings forward in our everyday, and many times we pay attention, we don't even recognize. I like to really compare spirit with the silent partner that doesn't get a lot of recognition and validation, especially if you're not connecting to spirit consciously aware that you're connecting with spirit. If you're not set in that path, in your life every day, you receive a lot of messages. A lot of people say it's a gut feeling, or I just, oh God, that just came to me. And that came from a conversation with a beautiful being last night, who said, you know, I always say, oh, I just thought of something. And in actuality, that's receiving from a different level of consciousness. So the whole being is all of this. Absolutely. Good, the bad, and the ugly. And all of the other parts of you that are there, whether you're conscious or unconsciously aware that they're there. The connection. I always said when you breathe in as a baby, take your first breath, the spirit enters the form. And when you take your last breath, the spirit leaves the form. So why is this? Why do you gotta take this breath and this spirit comes in? And what is the purpose of that? Why is that? What's going on with that? Well, our bodies are made up mostly of water, and it's my knowing that the spirit can stay in form because of the conduency of water. So when you get dehydrated, you feel dizzy, you don't feel good, you feel weak, and you need to hydrate yourself again. And that is allowing that spirit to stay connected in your form. Now, this to me, my knowing is the spirit then is connected. We've all heard somewheres along the lines, Edgar Casey, some other people describing the silver cord. The silver cord. Oh, I asked her to project it last night, and I felt my cord pull, so I jumped back in my body, and I had to go pee. Usually, that's what it is. Um, and so that silver cord, well, what is that for? Why is that? And if our spirit's in our body and it's out floating around attached to the silver cord like a kite, what's the purpose of that? What's happening there? Um, my knowing on this is that the spirit can leave the body, and is still connected to the silver cord. But the silver cord is not only connected to the physical form, the silver cord is connected to what everyone relates to as the soul being. Okay, well, that's another being. We got spirit, we got soul, we got physical form. And the soul, unbeknownst to a lot of people, is not within the form. The soul is outside of the form. Some people's souls are huge, huge, three transfer truck size. And the soul is usually as close to the form as you are actually connecting consciously to your soul. Okay, so let's get into that a little bit deeper. The soul outside the form, some people's souls are way down the road there, and some people's souls are right next to them. And that's based on how much you are communicating, asking. The soul holds the memory of all that you've been, every lifetime, everything, even without form. The soul maintains and has that memory of all that you have been. In form and out of form. I made that clear. Yeah, I did. Okay, so the soul maintains all the memory, and we call this cellular memory. So at any given time, the connection of your spirit through your heart and that silver cord, you can obtain memory, flashes of memory, whether it's in a dream or a daydream, or you consciously ask for something about your past lives, or something about information that you know you have, but you don't understand where it came from, or you don't know how you know, or I know I have information and knowledge on this. Can you help bring it into my memory, my cellular memory in form soul? So thus the spirit connected to the soul allows that information field line of all that you have been in every lifetime to trickle in when it's needed, and then maintain it back into the soul. So it's never lost. Nothing is ever lost in spirit. Nothing is ever hidden in spirit. This is part of the reason why. Now, this is my knowing. I didn't write any books on it, and I haven't read any books on it. This is just my knowing from experiencing my life in this form at this time. Okay, so does it stop there? Oh, no. No, 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 no. Well, why not? First of all, knowing that the spirit is separate from the soul is ridiculous. I've never heard of that. That doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. And the other thing is, so the soul has memory of all lifetimes that you've done, and you can obtain that and connect with that when you need it. So sometimes, if you're walking down the road and you just you see this person and you go like, wow, I kind of, that person's so familiar. I can feel that I know that being somehow, and that truly is a flash of memory from the soul, connecting with the energy of that person's soul. So you say, yeah, soul sister, or I've got a soul connection, or I've got this, or soulmate, or you have conscious memory of connecting in some way, shape, or form with that other soul. And of course, you haven't done that in this form. So where could that memory have come from? That memory could only come from another lifetime, or another experience in or out of form. I don't know what. I'm going really fast with this. Holy cow. Okay. Slow down just a bit. Okay. So then we have the soul. Then we have the soul group. So that person that we were kind of familiar with their energy, and the soul kind of kicked in and went, yeah, you know that person who's da, da, da. Thus, you start to recognize and know that you have soul groups, and groups of people on different frequencies of soul and consciousness that you've hung around with before, or maybe not liked, or whatever the situation was. There was a connection on a soul level. So that their defined soul group. Now, you may have connected with people in this lifetime because you agreed to in other lifetimes come together for a specific purpose or event or experience. And so those are the soul groups of learning how to knit, or the soul group of knowing how to remember my soul. So those are so specific soul groups. They have a mission, they have a purpose. And yet at other frequencies and levels, you can still connect with other souls that you've connected with before, that were part of whatever soul group that experience detailed. So soul groups. And then we're moving on up to the chain. And we have our light body. Oh, sorry, oversoul. Now, what's an oversoul? That's a hard question, actually. An oversoul is the higher self of the soul, is the easiest way to explain it. I'm not sure if that's exactly how the universe would explain it, but that's how Patricia's explained it. The oversoul is the higher self of the soul. Just like we have our higher self in the form, our higher self on all of our four bodies, our mental, intellectual, mental, our emotional heart, and our spiritual spirit, and our physical form. So we have those four main bodies, and then we have our higher self that obtains higher information on a higher frequency, to allow us to raise our vibrations. And then so with the oversoul, you have an oversoul, but you usually have an oversoul group that you belong to. So we have a lot of people work with archangels, Archangel Michael, and then some people will work with Lord Michael, which is the same being, but a higher vibration of that being. Um, and let's face it, we don't always, I know I don't, uh, uh, have our frequency high 24/7. And some people can resonate with an archangel and not a lord. They're vibrating and connecting and having more conscious awareness of the levels of the soul in the soul group. Um, so with the oversoul, it's usually a group that is a specific group that's connected to your divine purpose and intent for being here. And then we go from the oversoul and the oversoul group to the light being. Now, the light being has never been informed in any way, shape, or form, is usually untouched, and has not been tainted in any way. Where the soul can get tainted in lifetimes if you've undergone a lot of trauma, persecution for your gifts, that kind of thing, the soul can become a little bit, uh, I call it credit, and has to clear and remove that. And if that's not done on the etheric realm, then it's done by coming in a form again and bringing that experience that is needed to help clear that soul spot or energy that needs to be cleared. I know I'm all over the map here, but I'm going as I'm being guided to go. So let's get back to the light being. The light being is something that I really didn't hear a lot of people discussing a lot in any circles I was in until about 10 years ago. And so the light being is exactly that. It is the frequency of your being. It is the light fractal particle of the creator God, of which you became a spark and broke off from. And the light being is the next step after that. So a light being can take can join in essence with other light being particles to form a star, planet, other different etheric bodies and galactic bodies. And the light being's connection is always directly in and through the heart. So I know we always say with my heart and soul, but when you combine that energy, that power, that frequency of your heart and soul, what you're doing is you're asking for the pristine guidance of your light being and light body. Even though it's not a form, it is a light body. Okay, and then from the light being aspect, the light being is actually part of the spark that went off from the prime creator to experience and to be a part of and to be of service to and to spread the divine love and light of our creator in many different ways, or God, however you choose to recognize and align with. So that spark went off around universes and said, oh yeah, look at that. They're doing this and they're doing that. And I want to try that. So the light beam could actually join up with other particles and fractals of the light beams, other light beams, to formulate and create a star or a meteor or whatever they chose to do. And then from there, it's like, yeah, oh, okay. I would really like to take a form, albeit whether it's on another planet or Earth, or I would like to experience being in form, and bringing a divine purpose forward for being in that form. And that's what everyone does on this planet here. They have a divine purpose and intent or mission in any lifetime, sometimes two, usually not more than three, because I'm talking like lifetime goal missions. And so you bring in from that spark down to the light beam, There is no alteration. There is no change. There is no crud. There is no damage. There is no nothing uh, other than the frequency of what it is there. That frequency of your being cannot be um, altered. It doesn't have to raise up or down. It doesn't have to. It is. It is all that is of your being in your totality resides untouched in your light being and your spark. With that, I think we'll take a quick break and hopefully I'll remember where we're at so we can come back in and talk a little bit more. What do you say, Jacob? Hi, welcome back. I love that flute. I could just get carried away with that, Jacob. It's beautiful. Okay, so I was at, where was I at? I love it when they drop me. I believe I was at that we have different purposes for coming and being informed. And some spirits, I mean, take a look at this planet up till now, because she's changing. Da, da, da. We'll get to that after. So we have a divine purpose and intent for being here. And many times we're not aware of the ray of consciousness or vibration that we come in on, nor are we aware of the deity or divinity that our soul is resonating trained with for this lifetime. I'm going to try and give you a quick example here. Let's say that you are bringing in divine grace, because that energy is needed on this planet at this time. So you make a agreement, not a contract, an agreement, to go off and train wherever in the universe that you need to train and raise that vibration of grace, divine grace, in a way that you can just predominantly bring it and have it exuberate from your whole being, whether you're having a good day, a bad day, or not. But the soul energy of that divine grace is here because you are present here, and it's automatically a part of your being because you agreed to help bring that divinity in this lifetime. Doesn't mean you have to have conscious awareness of it. That's an agreement of the soul group, and the light body, to bring in a certain frequency of divinity that is needed at this time, for all, not for all living consciousness. So okay, you have that agreement. You may not even know it, but it's being done in through you and in and through your soul frequency, whether you're aware of it or not. So thank you, thank you, thank you, because so many beautiful beings do not know how beautiful they are. And then you have possibly an agreement to continuously, you're here to save the lions. So your passion, your drive would not save the lions, but assist the lions. The word save is so overdone. Assist the lions in some way, the lion kingdom. So you're going to have a passion for lions, even when you're little, and that driving force and that connection of what you came here to do and be a part of. It's always there, whether you block it, stop it, forget it, don't want it, fight it. That passion for lions, getting to know the information of lions. What's a lion? Where's it live? Da, da, da. I need to go see lions. I need to go see lions. So you will constantly be attracted to your passion. And at the same token, you will constantly battle because you don't have that conscious connection and knowing that's your passion, that's what you came to do. Many things will come into your path to battle you on that. Lions don't exist. What are you talking about, lions? You're here to see what? There's no such thing as lions. That's just a hypothetical example that might come up. but you know there's lions because you have a divine, deep passion to get to know more about lions, to be around lions, to see what it is about lions that sparks up your whole being, and your whole being, being, your form, your mind, your heart, your emotions, your drive, your passion, your soul, your spirit, your oversoul, your light being. All of that will be connected to that passion. With that said, how could you not clearly know without a doubt that you are passionate about lions, for example? You do, you know it. What are you supposed to do with it? Well, you know, they never give us a book of instructions at all. We have to basically, so because we don't have a book of instructions, let's take a look at that. If we had a book of instructions, we'd just be page 97. Yeah, that's it. That's what we do. And we don't do it. We would follow what that ink said on paper. Would we be following any of our own knowing? Would we be following, connecting to perhaps the deity of the lions, the energy of the lions, uh, our own spirit, our own soul, our own conscious memory, cellular memory? Would we be calling that in? Would we be activating the frequencies that we actually need to fulfill this passion if we just had a book? Or we just had a spiritual teacher. Yep, found her. Yep, she knows all about lions. Yes. No, darling, that spiritual teacher is a tool. It's a tool. She's a tool. He's a tool. And I don't mean that in a bad way. That doesn't sound very good. Many tools are given and provided, but that spiritual teacher does not know the cellular knowing of lions that you do. Yeah, they have a lot of information. Yes, they have their own divine experiences. And yes, you're probably part of a soul group with that spiritual teacher to align and bring the information that you have and know and don't even remember that you know at this point in with that spiritual teacher. That spiritual teacher may trigger you, and that will open you. Trigger you means the aha moment, that kind of moment. That's a trigger. And it's not always a pretty one. Sometimes it's a trigger that makes you feel like, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to know this. And sometimes it's a trigger like, yeah, crap, yeah, that's it. That's what I've been feeling now. Just can put it into words. So a trigger can go either way. A trigger is divine now. There's a divine purpose for a trigger. So, okay, we're getting back to the spiritual teacher may trigger you, and you go, I really want to know. I need to know. I'm really, really clear that there is something about lions that is part of my reason for being here. So, what is what's the statement of reason for being here? The statement for reason for being here is my divine purpose and intent in this lifetime. So we say the words, and I hear others saying the words and not really putting the energy, the acknowledgement, the truth into what the words are. Like, I really want to know why I'm here. Okay. So do you want to know why you're here? Let's take a look at what your passions are. Let's take a look at what really, excuse me, excites you about getting to know all of you. So your whole being is all of that. Your whole being is every single thing that allows and invites and empowers you to be here. To be here on whatever this mission experience is to be. I truly don't believe that we all just came here to learn. Okay, so everyone just came here to learn only. Where's the smart people? Where's the people who's actually here to give something or share something or is it all of us? Well, how could that be? We're either here to learn or we're either here to teach. No. Why can't it be both? Why can't it be that we're here to learn about certain things along the way? We share and trigger others to remember. Better way than teaching. We share and ignite the passion of something inside of another being. And then they learn, remember more about why they're here. I've been on here for about 2 years, and I think everyone knows by now that I do not resonate with higher or lower. I don't resonate with that at all. If I'm really good at baseball and I suck at swimming, I'm okay with learning and watching and asking a swimmer about swimming and sharing some of the things I have mastered. I have great skills at in baseball with somebody who wants to know about baseball. It's all about being who we truly are. And yeah, that sounds really easy. And it sounds like, oh, that's really nice, Patricia. That's great. I'm glad that you're there and that you're doing that. And yeah. Can't really see it for me though, but yeah, great, Trish. Yeah, keep going, Trish. Yeah. Oh, I look up to you. I just don't want that. I really don't. The only way to give someone a hand up is to look down at the ground, not at the person. Look at the environment and reach to that person. If that person may be on a ledge and you got to reach out sideways. Maybe somebody sitting in a tree and you have to help them to the ground. Looking down on people and judging people, it's a complete waste of time. What does it bring you? Where does it take you? Does it bring you ahead in any way? Or are you sitting on the same chair thinking how you can judge another person? While you're doing that, you're sitting in your chair, you're not moving ahead. You're not doing anything to further your own journey. It really saddens me because a person who is very judgmental of another being is someone who's afraid to be who they are. And so I reach out with my heart to that being because there are beautiful beings on the planet who have no idea how beautiful they truly are. And I was one of them for a long time. And I have my days where I still am. You know, truly knowing all that we are and our whole being is there with us, having that information. Get it wrong. Call on your light being instead of your soul. It's okay. It doesn't have to be a set course. It doesn't have to be. Everything is so interchangeable. The main thing is that you're in divine love. The main thing is that you don't lash out to those who lash at you. Just kind of take a look at where they're coming from. You can't change another person's opinion of you. You can't right a wrong by doing more wrong. You know, there's a point in a time when we have to take responsibility for our thoughts, actions, and deeds. And even if I make a mistake and I try to make amends and that person won't accept the amends, I have taken the action to try to amend. So I have to really work on not beating myself up because they didn't take or respond in a way that I felt they should, or that wasn't resolved because that person didn't say, "Oh, okay, Trish." No, I really have to work on the fact that my intent was to make amends. And if that was accepted or not is none of my business. That's up to that person. There's so much that we put out to others and we try to grasp from others that clouds the ability to be who we truly are. And so some discernment on that, some divine grace on our own beings. Can we do that? And be who we are. Really, really, really go deep to see what your intent is. It's not just purpose, but it's also intent. If your intent is to grow and become a better person than you were yesterday, then stop holding yourself in high treason court of others who don't get you, understand you, or even like you. That is up to them. Absolutely. And that doesn't mean that I don't care. I do, but I don't carry it. The grandmothers have always told me it's wonderful to care and it's part of who we are, but it's an atrocity to the other person and ourselves to carry someone else. So if someone else wants to carry hate for my being, go for it. It's not my business. I love me. I know my intent, and I know if there is anything other than love coming towards my being, then that is on you, because I'm there to work anything out. Doesn't make me perfect. I'm not perfect. Oh, but I am clear on my intent. I am clear on my responsibility and my rights as a beautiful human being on this planet at this time. So I'm going to take a break on that note, Jacob, and we'll come back and I'll give you a little bit of update on what's happening with the show and with myself in the very near future. So see you soon. Hey, welcome back to Divine Guidance with Patricia. So the whole being, and I'm really surprised that I have not fully covered this in the 2 years that I've been having the show. I guess it's all divine timing. The whole being is so much more than what we've been permitted to know, and so much more than just being here and knowing a little bit about spirit. That's wonderful. Anyone who knows there's more to their being than just the form, I love you. Absolutely. I know that there's no ratio with me on higher or lower, more, less. There's none of that. You are where you are. Where you would like to go is up to you. If there's anything that I or anyone around me can do to help with that process, not because we're higher than you, but because we have perhaps a little bit more experience of living this way only. Just like I would go to a chef if I really want to be a chef or know how to cook better. I would definitely go to a chef who has cooked for many, many years. So be open with yourself. Be loving and kind with yourself. Don't compare yourself to others. Allow yourself to be the bright, beautiful, love light that you are. Put no restraints on yourself, because we're coming into a new world where the restraints of those who wish to control the human race, the animals, the trees, the earth. Okay, let's face it, the whole planet, they want it to control. Those restraints are being removed. It could be a scary time. It could be an exciting time. It could be a very devastating time. Those are your choices. Anything that anyone who has a golden heart can do to assist, please open up and allow. I don't believe that anyone should tell anyone what to do, but give guidance, advice, and leave the choice and the option up to you. You are the one in your domain. You are the one that is of spirit, soul, oversoul, light, being, spark, and the prime creator. That is you. You may contain a part of all the oneness, but that unique spark in this lifetime for your purpose and intent is you. And I respect and honor that. So we have a few things coming up. I've been working on opening up a YouTube channel. I have a beautiful, beautiful lady named Joanne that's been just creative writer forward, and she is just amazing. And how she's helped me to set up a website and some beautiful works. I've joined Unified. Looking around on there, I really like the energy of the place. I haven't done much with it yet, but I will in the future. And so I think I will be having an awesome interview with Dr. Pat herself on the 11th, which I will also put over to my program here after that's done. And just taking a look at some of the new things that Divine Guidance will be wanting to bring forward for you all, and some things that Divine Guidance SOULutions, my company, is actually starting to do. It's an amazing time to be here. It's a very busy time. I'm not sure if you're aware how we've been in the quickening, and then we were in the quickening, and then we were in the quickening, and now, holy cow, I don't even know. I think they need to call it something else than the quickening, because there is not enough time in a day. And yet, for me personally, it is a fast and furious, but so productive. Many things that I knew would be coming in the future. Well, the future is here now. And I'm seeing those things take off in flight with some amazing, amazing, beautiful people that I get to work with. So I'm totally honored by that. And so my YouTube channel is starting to be up and running. We've got to get some things set up on there. Some of my channelings are now up on my website, on my blog. And stepping out a little bit and sharing a little bit more. And it is exciting, totally exciting. So I think we have a beautiful being named Yukia Sundara. I had her on the show before. She is just amazing. Right now she's still over in Peru. Yes. And Yukia has, I believe with her grandchild, created a board game for gifted children that they can play with families and with other kids and experience and experiment and experience with their soul gifts and their beautiful divine gifts. So she will be premiering that on my show next time, and I'm very honored that she picked my show to premiere such a beautiful gift from our children on this planet. So I look forward to having her, and I have a few other special guests coming up towards the new year, and we're going to be taking a little bit of a different spin with Divine Guidance with Patricia. I'm going to have one show a month dedicated to call-ins and questions and answers. So look forward to hearing from you, the followers, the readers, the listeners. Call in and let's have a chat. Let's have a discussion. Let's answer some questions. Let's get this frequency and vibration off the charts. So until next time, thank you for tuning in. Much love and appreciation to all of you. I look forward to sharing with you soon. And have a fantastic day. Thank you for listening to Divine Guidance with Patricia on TransformationTalkRadio.com with me, Patricia McNair. Tune in next time to explore more challenges that can help you achieve your whole being. I know we are all capable of truly being whole, and with a little empowerment, anyone can access an entire universe of knowing that is just waiting to be explored. For more information about me and my services, visit divineguidance.earth. That's divineguidance.earth. See you next time, where together we focus on SOULutions for the whole being.